Welcome. This is going to be a series of videos that will educate people as to what I've been teaching for many, many years, which is about changing habits and attitudes, developing focus and concentration. The tools that I teach and have used for many, many years are self-hypnosis and hypnosis, behavior modification, such as goal setting, time management, prioritizing, some real specific skills that allow you more choices, more options, with the idea that you only go in the direction that you're looking. As your vision increases, so do your opportunities. So this is going to be a very freeing experience for those that follow through with the information, because it's not going to be philosophical. It's going to be very hands-on and very specific. So whether you're looking to have a better night's sleep or to improve your energy, reading faster, comprehension, retrieving information, eating better, stopping smoking, the list goes on because it's all human behavior. And if a truth is a truth, it can be applied across the board in a lot of given situations. Hypnosis is what I work with. It's a tool. If a gardener has a shovel, he's limited with what he can do. If there are more tools, you can finesse a little bit more. So it's all about choice. Hypnosis is an altered state of consciousness where you're alert, you're aware, you're directing it in terms of self-hypnosis, and you can't be made to do things that violate you morally, ethically, religiously. There's no outside control even if I'm working with an individual, because you always know what's going on. The altered state of consciousness means you're literally emitting a different brainwave activity, and instead of being in a critical left brain, if you will, state of being, with a little relaxation, which relaxes the mind, the brain activity slows down from a beta to an alpha wave generally, and with less judgment going on, with less of a filtration system in place, the suggestions that you choose to use as to how you're going to live your life, your goals, your affirmations, all the same, are those things that literally impact your mind, and thoughts are things. So if you impact your mind with deeper impressions, and you do it with some kind of consistency, attitudes, habit patterns can and will change in a relatively short period of time. From Maxwell Maltz's book, Psycho-Cybernetics, he talks 21 days, and others generally talk anywhere from 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. Eric Burns, who is a social commentator not too many years ago, said that the process of change was first letting go. And the letting go part is where the resistance is. Once you go through the resistance and stay focused on the correct choices, you go through a level of tolerance, resistance, tolerance, and eventually acceptance. And it's a process. But when you change an attitude or a habit permanently, it's a no-brainer, and it's not something that you necessarily have to work on for the rest of your life. It is who you are by literal definition, at least in that area. To learn hypnosis is very simple. The hardest part, and for most things that are important, is a matter of consistency. So if you'll go through what I'm about to describe as a little system of relaxation, it's not a big hoo-ha kind of, oh my God, I've never thought of that before. But if you do what I'm about to discuss a couple of times each day, preferably as you're going to sleep at night and as you wake up in the morning, you'll start getting a real foundation of relaxation. And systems are there and available to allow average people to do above average things with great consistency. And when the relaxation process becomes automatic, you literally drop into those levels of the subconscious a whole lot faster and with very, very, very comfortable ease. So the little system that, if you're going to follow through with what I'm going to talk about, perhaps even email me if you have any questions about this, when you do the sessions of self-hypnosis, sit up. And in not too comfortable a chair, not the old lazy boy lounger with the butt cheeks all carved out to fit you. Every time you pass that bad boy, you start yawning, and you'll go back and you'll fall asleep reading or watching television. Sit in a straighter back chair, at least for the first week or so. Uncross your arms, your legs, your hands, put a slight spread to your fingertips. It's not a hypnotic position, it's just common sense. You allow the circulation to flow comfortably without having to move around a whole lot. When you then close your eyes, the first thing that I'd like you to do for about 10 or 15 seconds, just check yourself out in terms of where any obvious tightness or resistance may be. Some people bring their shoulders up as they're anticipating something. Some people start wringing out their fingers in anticipation. Some people start grinding their teeth. Some people fidget. Whatever it is, 10, 15 seconds, just go through a little checklist. And then take a few deep breaths, preferably in through the nose and out through the mouth, but however it is that you choose to feel comfortable taking a few deep breaths, do it. Then, if you can, and most people are predominantly visual, visualize a vacation spot, a place you've been to. Positive, pleasant, maybe once, made a favorable impression, maybe many times, doesn't matter. But if you can, with your eyes closed after you've taken those few deep breaths, smell it, see it, experience it with as many of your senses as you can, the visual centers in your brain directly tap into your autonomic nervous system. It's why biofeedback works. When you visualize something, there's an automatic response that moves through your system, and it all depends on how you want to focus or channel it. So if you'll imagine you're at that vacation spot, it's simply called a pacing technique, you'll find your metabolism will slow down. Good thing. Then go through from the toes to the nose a relaxation. You've probably done it before after a stretch class or a yoga class or a spinning class or an aerobics class when they lay you out on the thin blue mats and they go from the toes to the nose. The visualization of those muscles relaxing is just literally going to allow autonomic systems to be impacted in very positive ways, and you'll relax deeper than you thought you could. The last thing I do in the series, a few deep breaths, passive scene, the physical or what's referred to as a progressive relaxation. The last thing, just count down, and this is all inside your head, silent voice, from 10 to 1. It's a process that will probably take you somewhere between 3 to 6 minutes. Don't rush. Don't do it laboriously slow. Just go at a pace that feels comfortable for you. You'll develop the rhythm and the cadence for that as time progresses. It's trial and error, but in the beginning, that's a pretty good format to start with. Now, when you are comfortably relaxed, you're not going to have light bulbs go off in your head. You're not going to get the touch of God on your shoulder corroborating that you're in the right place. You get nothing but a good, comfortable, positive feeling. Some people feel drowsy, some people feel light. It's totally irrelevant what your body feels like. But if you're in that seated position, you should at least feel comfortable. That's when you would plug in the positive suggestions, the imagery, the feelings that punctuate every one of your goals. And we'll talk about that a little bit more in depth the next time. At the end of the session, just practice the relaxation for the first week or so and get it so it's comfortable. If something is worth doing, it's worth starting poorly. So just do what you can. And if you're not satisfied with that, the next time, just make it better. Don't throw it away because it's awkward, uncomfortable. Make the time. You won't find the time, but the payoff is going to be huge. I can guarantee that. I've seen it so many times. At the end of your session, whether it's simple relaxation or if you're working with goals and you've already done this kind of thing before, my process is you either allow yourself to drift into a deep sleep. Actually, I give people with sleep issues some very specific things to say to themselves as they go to sleep, as they stay asleep, and as they wake up at a particular time. And other than that, if you're going to practice these sessions during the day and you want energy from it, count up from 1 to 6, and when you open your eyes, most people feel like they've had an additional sleep of anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. That energy can really make a big, big difference. So instead of blowing things off later in the evening, a little 5, 6, 7-minute session can give you all the physical energy and enthusiasm to carry through with things that really make a difference in your life. So enjoy that. And the next time that we get on board with this, I'll go through an actual session that you can listen to. But for now, time is over, and have a good practice with this and tune in the next time. Pass it around. It's going to be a start of an interesting journey. Enjoy it.